Poor business decisions have consequences. I'm Matt Haas. Oh, I was pushed a little too far this weekend, let me tell you. And I have a business-focused mind. Like when I just look at the world, I see the decisions businesses make. It's just the way my mind works. You know, I think, why did the business choose to do that? Why did they put this here in the retail shop? Everything. And so let me tell you what happened. First of all, I think I jinxed myself because when I was on VF Talks on Friday, I said to JV, I was like, look, there can be no more plumbing issues in my house. I'm done with plumbing issues. And I think I poked the bear, like I jinxed myself. And needless to say, I had plumbing issues. Now let me talk about my plumber. I have a plumber here, which is like a big group. It's a big company. And I got in good with them, and they had a plan. They had a membership plan. They had a reoccurring monthly plan. And this is the way it worked. You would give them $10 or $12, and they would hold it for you. And then the next month, you'd have $24 instead of $12. And, 4 months, you'd have $48. On and on and on. And then when you had a problem, you would draw from the account. It was sort of like an escrow, kind of. And it just made it easy. So I have a situation in my house where the main plumbing line, the 4-inch line, spans too long of a distance and it's not pitched enough. So I get clogs, whole house clogs, but on the second floor. So the downstairs fixtures work. So I would call the plumber. And it was happening on average about every 10 months. So some years I would call him once, and other years it would line up where I would call him twice. And each time it was about, $380, something like that. Well, that was just what I found. Look, no house is perfect. No house is perfect. And I figured this was just the cost of living. It's just going to add it to the expenses and we'll just deal with it. Well, they done away with the plan. They got rid of it. It was too hard to administer. Business mistake number one. Because it wasn't so much the cost. It was just easy. I wasn't thinking about it. It was just, plumbing problem. I'll just call this plumber and they're going to just deduct it from my account. Easy. You didn't have to think about it. Now that they got rid of the plan, I had to think about it. They replaced it with a different plan where you give them $9 a month or $10 a month, and then you get 10% off. What good is that? Like you have to do more than $1,200 worth of business a year to recoup the cost. It just didn't make sense. So I'm like, I don't want that. Then now I've got to take a risk. And then what happened? So I'm not on that stupid 10% plan. And this year I have $2,000 worth of plumbing I did with them. Like, I should have been on the plan. So now I'm kind of hating myself for making the wrong gambling decision, because that's what kind of like insurance is. It's like a gamble. And so now I've got a bad taste in my mouth. Then the prices go up. Now I know it's not on them. The economy's going in the crapper. And I'm just like, all right, I can't. They pushed me too hard. I figured out how to do it myself, and I did it myself. So now they're done. Now they don't get my business anymore because I can do it all. So let me show you what I got going on here. So first, and this particular clog was downstairs. That's rare that happens. That means every fixture wouldn't work or wouldn't drain. Every sink, every tub, every toilet, the whole house. So I had to fix it. So what do? I go out and I buy this thing. All right, this is a 6-foot snake, and this rubber part, make sure you won't scratch your porcelain. You can stick it right in the commode and, do it like that. And it's supposed to clear things out that are like right at the toilet. That's stuck inside the porcelain, because that's what usually happens. Well, it turns out that wasn't my case. So I had to buy this bad boy, which this is a drill on the back here. And and that's the snake with the little teeth marks, and that's 25 foot. So I got that, and I cleared my whole house drain and pulled the toilet myself. Let me show you that. So here's the toilet. Toilet came off the base. It's not supposed to be in the middle of the room. It's supposed to be there. And then this is when it was all done. And, you know, that's the thing that I bought with the little teeth there. And you know what? This was the thing I feared the most. I'm like, oh my gosh, this is going to be so heavy. How am I going to lift this out? It wasn't that heavy. And then it wasn't that complicated. You take off the bolts and you replace this wax thing there. You just take the old thing off and put the new thing on and scrape all the old wax away. It was simple. This was my hang up. So now I've got it figured out. No, I'm not doing it anymore. Not doing it anymore. Let's see who's here. Britta Aller is here. Welcome. There's Marilyn with the Purple Hearts. Robin's Buys and DIYs. Oh, there's a crafty guy. Jerry Brown from Polly Wants a Crafter. Welcome. Jerry says, Matt, you don't know plumbing issues until you have to dig out 4 inches cast iron sewer pipe that burst under the house, about 24-inch crawl space. Brother, I hope that never happens to me. Cast iron? What do? Break out the blowtorch? Get out the sledgehammer? I don't even know how to approach that. That plan is bull. And the 10% off plan for $10 a month with and that plan, they didn't even bank it. You just kind of gave them money, and I could have just like thrown money in the garbage. It was like sort of the same thing if you don't use it. But you know, my house and plumbing is close to 100 years old, so it's life. I am not paying the line insurance now. I don't do the line insurance either. What was in the drain? Who knows? I don't know. But it's cleared out. It's probably toilet paper and just other... No flushable wipes. Those are banned in my house. David W. Ryan's here. There should have been a clean out on the outside of the... Oh, yeah. There's a clean out on the outside of the house. And there's a clean out on the inside of the house. Kind of right before it leaves. I need to put more clean outs elsewhere in the house. And I've got a cockamamie idea I'm going to do with the upstairs. I'm actually going to pull the sink vanity off, dig up the subfloor, put my own clean out under the vanity, and then put everything back. And then the lowest drawer of the vanity is going to be like a faux door because it's the clean out pipe's going to punch through. Then when I need to snake the upstairs, I don't have to pull toilets. I can just get at it really easy. It's kind of a evil genius type of thing. But you know, that's just like the whole point of this session was they had a plan. They had an escrow. It auto debited every month, $12. Didn't miss it. Didn't think about it. And then when I needed it, I could use it. And I would always use it up, and it would take the sting out of the bill. But the $380 cost of clearing the whole house, and you know, a whole house drain clearing is $99, but it's always $380 out the door because they give you $70 to show up, and then the actual labor, and then the parts, and then this and that, and you know, it just kind of balloons up. And then of course it always happens on a holiday or a weekend, so I have to do the emergency off week rate, which then doubles everything. And then plus supply and demand, and plus labor. I mean, it's all going up. And I just, you know, they put me at the point where I couldn't justify it anymore. I can't justify paying $680 twice a year. Like, I'm not doing that. So I invested in this thing. That thing. And I'm like, now I'm doing it myself. Now I'm doing it myself. So that's my ideas. Hugh Demand is here. Tech for your needs. Hello, kids. Greetings. Yeah, the plan is just like life insurance, but too many people cash it in. It goes bankrupt. Well, the whole, I mean, what was it hurting the company to take $12 a month, put it in an account for me, and then just have me pay that much less? It was totally administrative costs on their end. And I would always empty it out. You know, every time I had a call, it would just go to zero. And it the point is, it locked me into their business. And even though the price was going up a little bit each year, I didn't care. I didn't have to think about it. It was just something I did. They got the business by default by having this administrative task that they had to do, which take my money. But I guess they got a new owner, and they're like, no, we're not doing that anymore. And then the prices went up, and I'm like, no, I'm not playing this game anymore. So I figured it out. That's the whole point. And since I got tired of spending money, I also did this, which you're going to think is crazy, but I don't care. That. My garbage can, see this crack here? There's a little, whoops. Oh, crap. Where's my, yeah, that little crack right there. Well, that crack goes the whole way down. And then I have another crack here. And that goes the whole way down. So basically, this whole garbage can was hosed, wasn't working. What did I do? I got strips of metal on both sides here, and I riveted them in. Because I don't want to spend $48 on another trash can. So I spent 2 hours with the rivet gun hobbling together a fix for my trash can. Oh. Hey, I'm getting new subs. Woot woot. Excellent. That's why they didn't want you emptying them out. I don't know how I was emptying. I don't understand that concept because it's just my money. They were just holding on to my money for me. I wasn't emptying out their coffers. This was my coffer, just kind of owned by them. The whole point was it locked me into business, and now they got rid of it. I love fixing stuff. No one needs to take my dollars. Hey, right? I'm learning. I'm learning those ways. Handy Matt, oh, please don't tempt me to make new YouTube channels. I have enough as it is. I'm just kidding. No, I should do that. My next thing now, so I figured out the woodworking and carpentry. Like that's, had that for years. And so now last couple years, I've been doing more plumbing stuff, been taking the plastic pipes underneath the sink apart. And, I've been just doing little things like that. And I know how to do the welding of the PVC, how to, so, and now snaking, 25-foot power snakes to clean out whole house clogs. So now I think I've got plumbing sort of under control. Next is electrical, and this is where I'm really afraid of. Oh, and I'll put this out there. Last question before I jump off. I have 3 lights on above my garage doors, exterior lights. And the 3 lights are on a light switch. How hard is it to make the center light always hot, but keep the other 2 on the light switch? I haven't figured that one out. If anyone has the steps or the way to pull that off, let me know. I'm thinking it's probably easy, but I don't know. David W. Ryan says, my FIL won't replace his broken trash cans. He just insists on using the broken ones. I don't know what FIL means, but I think I follow you. There's always plastic welding. I tried. This must be the kind of plastic that doesn't take it. Because I did the 2-part epoxy bonded for plastic, and whatever plastic that is, it didn't hold at all. Like it's the same plastic that they use as the bottle to hold. I don't know. I'm staying up later. This is bull. LOL. Oh, father-in-law. Gotcha. Yeah. I'm not a frugal person, but I'll be frugal where it makes sense to be frugal. If I don't waste money. And then plus, frankly, for what it's worth, I wanted to get better at using the rivet gun, because that's I bought that earlier this year, and I just wanted to kind of work out the kinks, and you got to put tools through their paces before you really get comfortable with them and stuff like that. So sort of that exercise as well. All right, I got to go. I have a All Things YouTube show tonight. I'm going to look at the memberships before Mr. Dave Gatton throws a fit, because he's been asking me to do that. So memberships on YouTube, I'm going to break it all down tonight, 7 p.m. Eastern, on the All Things YouTube channel. Thank you, thank you, thank you. Stay awesome. And I shouldn't have poked the bear. I shouldn't have said to the universe, no more plumbing issues, because I jinxed myself. I'll know better. I'll know better. I won't tempt fate anymore. Gotta go. Love you all. Bye.